Welcome to Shyzabox. Here's your host.
Oh yeah. Hey everybody. Welcome one, welcome all. Welcome to Shyzabox, home of course, all things Xbox that we present, mostly newsworthy wise in a kind of informative way. Anyhow, of course, welcome to the show. We know why you're here. One of two reasons. You've already watched everything else that you could possibly have watched. Let's see. There's other stuff over there, and there you could have watched. And your algorithm is very, very messed up. Anyhow, welcome to the show. We've got a good one for you today. And by good, we mean free. So you get what you pay for. But of course, today we are talking about the great fall of iconic games. And you might be saying to yourself, like, what kind of iconic games are you talking about? And we will tell you, because we, of course, are going to delve into one that fell from grace. Not that we'll just focus on that, but we're mostly going to focus on that. So, you have iconic games that were dubbed and had articles written about them, calling them, you might as well, not necessarily them, calling at the time other peripherals. You might as well call this thing the thing that plays Tony Hawk. Of course, that article was referring to the PlayStation. Okay. Bam. Tony Hawk. What an epic, top-tier experience. And the thing about this one is, and this is the remake remaster edition, obviously, it was Tony Hawk and Tony Hawk 2 and Tony Hawk 19, whatever. There are a lot of them. But the reason there were a lot of them is because the first to set the stage in such a groundbreaking way, man, that opened the doors for folks that partook in the medium to be able to experience the medium when they weren't able to play with the medium. Holy shit, that doesn't make any fucking sense. Fair enough. You're talking about skaters, right? People that legitimately skateboarded, okay? Went to places, got chased off of places, waxed curbs, the whole 9 yards. Smoked cigarettes. Just kidding, Mom. All right? Holy moly ravioli. You had people that actually partook in the culture, okay, and watched individual celebrity skaters, all right, in their team skate videos and such, all right, their segments, spend hours on end grasping for any kind of skateboard content that you could, because this was before the internet came along and made it easy for all you not boomers out there. Doesn't matter. You learned how to get things back in the day. But there was a whole subculture of people that actually skateboarded, man, that tied into the game. And when you couldn't skateboard because it was raining or it was nighttime or there was snow on the ground, XYZ, you can't skateboard until you clean up your room. Well, then I'm just going to play skateboard, Mom. All right, there's all sorts of stuff. But there was a whole subculture, man, that honed in and was able to have a connection to skateboarding when they weren't able to use their skateboard, man. And for a lot of folks out there, a lot of folks we know, all right? Now, believe it or not, we used to do our fair share of skateboarding as well. Not well, but we did it, okay? We weren't great. But it was a freedom, man, and a lifestyle and a whole everything to it, man. That was just great to tie into. But lo and behold, you had games come along that started presenting that to folks. And man, some underground rock and roll groups that aren't so underground and maybe weren't so underground at the time, but bands that other kids at school had never heard of and such. All right? If it wasn't the newest Green Day or New Kids on the Block, people hadn't heard about it. So when you started having bands like Pennywise and stuff like that, thrown into the mix that, yes, were not underground and had a fair notoriety to them, all of that was, just tied into the culture and everything, man. And it made it spread into how popular this game became, and this entity became, and this medium became. Because you had things like the X Games sprout up, man, and all of a sudden, the extreme sports were the thing to kind of be into. Tony Hawk nailing new stuff, landing the 900. Rodney Mullen at the prime of, or just right past his invention, or during the invention of some of the most intricate and awesome tricks in skateboarding history. Maybe there's different ones now. I don't know. We don't follow it so much. It doesn't matter. You had iconic greats, man. The art of folks like Ed Templeton. Dude, we fucking love Ed Templeton. His art is fantastic. And Toy Machine was one of our favorites. We were bigger skaters ourselves. So it's nice to know that, there were boards out there for us as well. The game was iconic. It became epic. Articles written about PlayStations, calling them, you might as well change the name to the thing that plays Tony Hawk. That's how epic this game got. All right? And to such a degree that crazy shit started coming out, right? Stuff that didn't come out for other games. Yes, you had the trackpad or whatever on the original Nintendo, and sure, you had the peripherals for Super Scope 6 and the gun for Duck Hunt, okay? But in the Dance Dance Revolution playmat, sure, yes, all that was there. But crazy shit, man. And we talked about it a little before, but let's go back behind the curtain where the sausage is made. Not something we like to do often or frequently, but sometimes to, bring a point home. It drags out content. What? Hey! Don't worry about it. We're going to go back behind the curtain where the sausage is made, all right? And show you real quick, all right? Crazy shit started coming out, right? Crazy shit. Bam! Fucking Tony Hawk ride, motherfuckers! Yeah! Tony Hawk ride in this piece. Hell yeah! What? You mean you could fucking skateboard like you're at the fucking arcade with the, thing that's on the track? Yeah, man! You ever do the Tony Hawk shit at the arcade? The skateboarding one? God, you run out of time so fast in that. But it's like, hey, look at me. I'm good. I can skateboard with the best of them. And that's the thing about the games, man, is that people who weren't able to do the tricks, like ourselves, who love the culture, love the medium, people who maybe weren't affiliated or associated with the cultural medium themselves, found a new infatuation with it because they liked some of the music they heard, or the gameplay was so amazing and intricately on point and addictive. 2-minute runs? You can't get enough. You want more. Oh man, I gotta collect skate. Where's that VHS hidden? Shit was there, that's why they remastered it, remade it. Not as epic as it once was, but it's still an epic franchise that might not be as epic as it once was, but that has became, yes, just a small chapter in gaming history that is constantly moving, growing, getting larger than life. Okay? There is such a swath of games out there now and peripherals out there now. Long gone are the times where there was 3 consoles to choose from and about 1 or 2 old generation consoles that had come out and, become fairly obsolete at that point. Okay? Long gone were the, hey, Nintendo, Atari, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. It was all easy. Now you got all that. You got Dreamcast. Shout out to our rival Dreamcast guy. He is our rival, but he does not know it. We like to keep on good terms with him. He is all things PlayStation. We are all things Xbox. You haven't talked about a single fucking Xbox thing this whole episode. Hey! This shit's on Xbox. That counts. You and your fucking loopholes. Let me call the booth. Hey, management, can I fucking quit? Yeah, well, fuck you. They won't let me. Contracts, right? It plays it. It counts as Xbox material. Fuck. Get off our back. Trying to make content and beg for money here. Money? Yeah, a little bit, yeah. Money. Yeah, we'll take any change you got. We're the hobos of the internet. Any change at all. Fucking 5 cents. 2 cents. 1 cent. That's 1 cent more than we had. We can't all be rich in this world. But, damn it, if you all make us rich, then you can all live vicariously through us. For our benefit. And your knowledge of, doing something good for us. Anyhow, what was that about? Tony Hawk and what it was and what it has now become. Like we said, just a chapter in the history of the plethora and eternally growing gaming entity that is gaming itself. What a small chapter it is in hindsight, but what an epic chapter it was at the time. No other games had peripherals coming out for them and shit, even good games. Right? Dance Dance Revolution aside. Yes. Okay, fair enough. Fuck that game. Hey, people like that. Shh. We're trying to get them to go along with this. A lot of other games didn't have stuff come out, man, that supported them in such a crazy way, man. That got people like, oh shit. Hell, I'll play some Tony Hawk Ride at my house. You know how dangerous these motherfuckers were? Oh, man. If there was ever a company that should probably pay to have this removed from our hands, that would be Activision. Activision, oh shit. Oh, man. Toy Machine, Bink, Havoc. Yeah, a lot of big names associated with this PlayStation itself. Oh, those are huge names and entities in themselves. We can't help but feel that one or two of the spills that we had taken over the, years on this might have taken their toll. And, we don't know. We don't know if anything ever came of anything like that. We don't know why we mention it. It doesn't matter. But, alas, what does matter is that you have overstayed your welcome and your feet are living prints on our grass, and we've been procuring that for a whole season. Get off our lawn!